We stopped for lunch on the side of a mountain face, and I thought what a better time to spring a surprise interview of business and travel than right now. Tell us who you are and what you do.
My name is Cora Vandermeer and I currently reside in 𝗔𝗯𝐺, Alberta. I am working right now as a registered massage therapist.
So you're self-employed as a massage therapist?
Yes, I am.
So what does being self-employed allow you to do in terms of, say, like travel and lifestyle?
It's very flexible. I've been able to set up my lifestyle in a way that I can afford to have some spare time, take a month or two off here and there to explore the world.
What does massage therapy do in terms of letting you explore the world? Does your job somehow connect to getting to travel around?
There have been recently many opportunities where I have been able to travel to different countries to learn different types of massage and different types of modalities.
Cool. So where have you been to recently and where are you headed to?
Well, recently I took the opportunity to head to India where I studied Ayurvedic medicine.
For those of us who don't know, what's Ayurvedic medicine?
Well, it is basically in India, they believe that if you are balanced physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, that you don't get sick. And should you get sick, one of those things is definitely out of balance. And you go to the root of the problem and figure out where the imbalance is, and your body can and will heal itself.
That's practiced commonly in Canada or mostly just in India?
It's practiced throughout Asia. It's not very common in Canada, but with the world getting smaller and closer together as it is.
The world is getting smaller.
Well, people in the Western society are definitely open to more of those types of healing practices.
And you're a mother of 2 kids as well, right?
Yes.
What is being self-employed and being a mother? Does it work better or does it work worse to your advantage?
Well, kids are getting older now, but certainly when they were little, it allowed me the flexibility to take a Friday off here and there and take the kids to hockey tournaments wherever that was needed, and it allowed me the space in my life to do the tea parties at their school and be able to be involved and volunteer in some of their activities and programs for sure.
And so right now you operate a massage therapy, or you're one employee, just you, right?
Yep.
So if someone wanted to do what you're doing, what would it cost them? Would it cost them 10 grand, 20 grand, 5 grand? Could they do it for nothing?
Yeah, like as far as getting the education?
From zero to I'm self-employed, this is my job.
Well, I'm sure times have changed since I originally took my training, and of course I'm always upgrading. It's required to have upgrades, but if you do it in foreign countries where it doesn't cost very much. Cut the cost a little bit.
Overseas does make things a little bit less expensive.
It certainly does. Yeah, from zero to self-employed, you definitely have to be committed to spending the money on your education, but the way that I did it was part-time education, so I was still able to work in a mundane job until I was completely educated and able to start my own business.
And so you had to pay for education and then say the supplies involved sort of thing. Mm-hmm. Would you recommend anyone else to do what you've done?
I would recommend it to anyone who, especially people who want to set up their lifestyle in a way where they have the freedom to choose their own hours. I can work it during the day, I can work during the night, I can work on the weekends if I want to, but I don't have to.
What day is it today?
Saturday.
Where are we?
Yay! Exactly where we wanted to be.
Side of a cliff.
Pretty perfect.
Could you do this job somewhere else in the world, or is it restricted just to your house or area?
That's the bonus of working the kind of industry that I have. My resume keeps getting broader and broader, of course, taking these classes in these other countries. It has broadened my horizons, and I could certainly take my job anywhere because that's how I set my life up.
Take it where I want it.
Pretty much.
That's good.
From the beach of Costa Rica to the side of Lake Louise.
And if someone was going to get into, say, their own business or start their own small business, what would you recommend in terms of maybe a field or what to look out for, or what some of the challenges were?
Some of the challenges for sure, for me especially, being patient. So when you're first starting out with your business, it's a slow process. The best thing that you can do is be consistent. be consistent and open yourself up and to be available to other people, and eventually you can mold it into what you want. As long as people know who you are, know that you're out there, and you have a good rapport, this kind of career is reputation built, hands down. And I believe that if you put yourself out there and you truly believe in what it is that you do, people will come back time after time, and people will recommend you. Word of mouth is the only advertising I've had to do for several years, and yeah, just be consistent, and you can eventually mold your hours to what you want them to be, so long as people know your name.
What was something that you've maybe found out or accomplished along the way that you were surprised to find out, something that you weren't expecting?
Something I wasn't expecting. It was really hard in school, we had to wrap our head around a business plan, and
Those are tricky.
it's hard to find the balance between looking after yourself, looking after your career. I have a physical job. I have to take care of me first so that I can provide this healing for other people. And I wasn't expecting it to be as full on, and maybe I was surprised at how successful it was from being consistent, for sure. But yeah, the key was definitely to look after me, look after those things, and mold it into what I needed.
Did you write a business plan?
I did.
Oh.
Yeah, it was required.
Did it turn out the way you planned?
Nope.
No?
Better.
Oh, well, that's surprising then.
Yeah, but that's the beautiful thing about being your own boss, right? You can change directions mid-current. If you find that working Saturdays isn't something you really want to do,
You don't have to do it.
you don't have to do it.
And
If you find also that you want to make a little extra money, working on Saturdays is definitely an option, right?
And did you have someone along the way who could have, who helped you, point in the right direction, maybe mentored you, or did you just sort of have to figure it out along the way with the tools that was given to you in school?
That was definitely a hard part, because there were certainly key people that I had worked with along the way, and I saw things that were working for them and things that weren't working for them too. Kind of makes you think about your own business and think about what's important to you. You know what your priorities are, you're going to be able to figure it out. Also having the challenges, throughout school, you kind of need to know what the other people, what your competition, what they have, what their business plan is, and I need to know what other people are charging so that I can be competitive throughout and just kind of have an idea of what's going on around me too.
Last two questions. What's your favorite stamp in your passport?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I have a lot of pretty stamps in my passport. I'm going to have to say most recently, definitely India.
India, yeah, that would be. I haven't been to India personally, but I've heard it's definitely will open you up to new experiences, you could say.
Well, it's got its upsides and its downsides, but I do think that it, for me, was a very beneficial, very good gift to give myself.
Were they interested in Western culture?
Definitely. Yeah.
Were they open to?
Well, I went with the mindset that I wasn't going there to change anyone, for sure.
That's a good idea.
But there was a lot of people who were definitely interested in getting to know me and getting to know my way of life too. Yeah.
And last question. If someone wants to find you, where can they find you?
You can find me at 403-507.
Maybe we'll leave the phone number off.
Yeah, they can call you. Yeah, you can find me in Olds, Alberta. Like I said, my free spirit currently resides there. Or you can find me on the side of a mountain on a Saturday. Yeah.
Well, from the side of a mountain, this is Kix Marshall and Cora Vandermeer. Thanks for spending 10 minutes on the side of a cliff with us.
Thank you.